hello. My name's Sarah. If you stumble upon this, welcome to whatever this is. But I have been wanting to make more videos, and I think this is the perfect opportunity. About 2 weeks ago now, I went to an antique mall with my brother and sister-in-law. And when we were walking around, I found a booth that was marked 90% off, which meant I had to look at everything in that booth. And while I was looking, I found some expired film. I couldn't be so lucky as to have it be just like 35 millimeter, but it was 126 film, which is long been out of production. It's not something that you can just readily get processed anymore, let alone find. That rolls on eBay go for much more than you would have spent on that in the 60s and 70s when it was being produced. But I found 6 rolls, and with it being 90% off, ended up paying about 12 bucks. The kicker is I don't have a camera that shoots 126 film, or at least I didn't. We had gone to that antique mall about an hour before it closed, so we only got to go through about half of it. The next day I went and started at the other half, and was just looking for a camera that I would be able to use with this film. And on the very last aisle that I hadn't looked at the day before, of course, it had to be the last aisle, I found a Hawkeye Instamatic X, made by Kodak. I will go into more detail on that in the next clip, but yeah. Found a camera that the film would work in. These cameras don't take batteries. They only take a special kind of flash, which again, I'll talk about a little bit more, but yeah. It seemed to be in working order, so we're gonna give it a go. What could go wrong? So here it is. We have the Kodak Instamatic X. It's the Hawkeye version. That feels appropriate because I'm from Iowa originally. A little scratched up here, but overall the lens, I don't know if you can see, this is my first time shooting like this, so the lens is pretty clean considering the camera was probably made somewhere between 1971 and 1978. And everything sounds good. Everything works as it's supposed to. No batteries needed. It only takes Magic Cubes for the flash. I don't have any. I will probably not go out of my way to find any, unlike the search that I did for this camera. And the back seals pretty well too. Just click here and open her up. So yeah, I think it'll be a pretty clean camera. I mean, it's really just a point and shoot. There's no adjusting of aperture or anything like that. So the only thing that I think is going to be an issue for me is because there's no changing of any settings. Composition is going to be pretty important for any of these photos to look okay if anything comes out with the film. But you'll see that here's where the camera's being taken and here's where my viewfinder is. So framing and learning how far off things are could be interesting. I did find a manual for this online, and it says that, you know, your subject should be within 4 to 9 feet of where you're taking the picture. So we're gonna give it a go. I have 2 of the Kodacolor X film packages, and then I have 4 of the Kmart Focal color print film. The Kodak was packaged separately. Both of them were packaged separately and marked $30 a piece. The Kmart Focal color print film was in a package of 4, and those were packaged together for $80. And then everything in that particular booth at this antique mall was 90% off. So all in all, with tax and everything, I think I spent about 12 bucks, and then I went back the next day and found this camera for $10. So not a big spend. The most expensive part of this whole process is going to be the processing. And we're going to see if I can find someone locally to do it. If not, I can always send it over to the darkroom. Having watched some videos already of people using 126 film that has obviously long expired, there's been some that have come back completely blank, and they are have been rolls that were much newer than these. This one is marked, I don't know if you can see that, July 1974. So, and I don't remember what this one was marked. August 1973. So yeah, we have 2 of these bad boys and then 4 of these. Let me see if I can see a date on any of these. January 1981 on this one. And 81. Yeah, these were all January 1981. So these were all bought in the same time frame, or if not together to begin with. So let's go ahead and load one of these up. The Kodacolors are 12 exposures each, I believe. Yes, 12, and they are marked at 80 for the ASA, and these are 100 ASA. So both will need to be used in bright sunlight, but these do have 20 exposures versus the 12. Let's go ahead and load one of these, just because I know it's more exposures, but I have more of that film also. So if I screw it up, we've got more options. So let's bust this open. Just plain packaging here. All right, 126, process C41, daylight or blue flash. Again, I'm probably not going to be seeking out any of the Magic Cubes. I've seen people have them. I didn't see any when I went to this one place, but I'm sure if I looked around hard enough I could find some, but I'm not going to push my luck, and we're just going to shoot in the sun. And then let's bust this open. And I believe that this just plops in. Seems easy enough. And then, if you can see, there are some arrows in here that we have to... It doesn't even let you click down. You just have to keep moving this arrow until we have one. And there it is. So we are locked and loaded. We're ready to go. So let's go see what we can shoot. We made it. I have driven to the Rhino area and taken pictures. I don't know how people take video of themselves without feeling like a complete schmuck, but here we are. I'm gonna do a little walk around. I also brought my mirrorless, so if nothing else, I'll have images from that. We'll see if I get any from the film. Well, that went very quickly. I'm so used to not having to have like discretion on what I'm clicking on. So 20 shots went very fast. I think I've been here less than an hour, which is actually probably pretty great. I don't really want to be driving in traffic, as you know, it took a lot for me to get over here. I did find a nice parking spot where there was no one behind me. I could just pull in. Now there is someone behind me, so now I have to unparallel park, which is not exciting, but I am really stoked about
the light that we had. I'm excited about the subject matter. Hopefully this film comes out. I did not bring another roll. I just wanted to do one roll and get it done with. I do kind of wish I would have brought one of the Kodaks, but I only have two. And I think that I want to shoot the first one of those at least as like landscape stuff. I don't know, something about it being actually Kodak film makes it feel like it should be not as street. Does that make sense? Probably not, but that's the vibe. I'm going to try and back out of this spot. Oh God. And then get home without too much stress. All in all though, good day. I did take some shots with my other camera, like I said. So if nothing else, I've got some new material on that camera. I think there's a couple shots, weirdly, of just a chair that I think will be pretty banger. We'll see. If they were good, you'll see them. So. All right, let me get situated and get on the road.
The results are in. I received a notification saying that my scans had been uploaded to an album, and when I went and looked at that album, it was one image to let me know that there was nothing on the roll of film. This was the expected results of this whole experiment that I, took over a month ago. It is still a little bit of a bummer. I still have quite a few rolls of 126 film that I am still curious about. I think if I had a camera that wasn't just a point and shoot, one that I could adjust the exposure time on, maybe something could come out. I just don't know. I have looked, there are a couple of cameras that take this type of film that I would be able to do that with. It's just, is it worth investing the money? Maybe. I'm not opposed to having cameras as decor, so in the long run, maybe that would be all it is, but yeah, a little bit of a bummer. Overall, the experiment was fun, and we'll see what happens next with the rest of the 126 film. I don't know if you'll see anything about those anytime soon, but it is what it is. I already am shooting another video that I have a couple of clips for that involves this guy. If you know what this is, I hope you're excited, and if you don't, then you'll have to wait and see. I'm about halfway through a roll, so we'll see what I end up with on that. Yeah. If anybody has suggestions on cameras that I should look for with the 126 film, let me know. Sound off in the comments about, decades old equipment. Bummer way to end a video, sorry. But yeah, there's more to come. I'm gonna be shooting some stuff. I have a big trip planned coming up that will be heavily covered, I think. Yeah, I'm excited about it, but I don't want to say too much in case I don't take enough footage. There's going to be a lot. It's just going to take a while to put together. And I am putting together my first zine, which is exciting. I ordered the first proof, so we'll see how that comes out. So yeah, things are happening. It's just not happening with the 126 film. But yeah. Thanks for watching if you did, and let's just take one more look back at that chair photo that I did get from this whole adventure. Maybe that was worth it.